What's up, YouTube? Let's do the New York Times hard Sudoku puzzle for October 19th, 2025. Before we begin, be sure to subscribe for more Sudoku videos like this. And if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, there is a link in the description. So with that said, let's fill the grid. All right, let's look at 4, 3, and 6. So 4, basically, we already have a 3, 6 here in this box. But in this row here, we have a 4 that looks across. So 4 is in one of these two cells. Okay, so what else do we have? We have 6s looking over into this box. So 6 is in one of these 3 cells. We do have 4 and 3 here. Okay, that's not doing too much. I saw the 9 here, but the 9's already in this column. If the 9 was over here, well, we still wouldn't have the New York Times trick. So let's just go somewhere else here. So 7 and 7 point down to this box. This 7 and this 7 point over here. So we have 5 that looks up here. This 5 looks across. So 5's in one of these two cells. Um, 9 and 9 are pointing into this box. So 9 will be in one of these two cells. Okay. Don't see a whole lot. Well, we do have 3s. 3 and 3 look over here. So 3 will be in one of these two cells. These 9s, actually we can place a 9 down here. There's 2 9s that look into this box, and this 9 looks down. So this is a 9. We can place another 9 right there. Another one right here. And then we can pencil 9s in right here. So now we have only 3 left in this box. So what is that going to be? It's going to be a 2, 4, and 8. So let's just fill that in. That's just 2, 8. That's 2, 4, or 8. And it looks like this is just 2 or 4. So 8's going to be limited to these two cells in this box. Let's take a look across here. I don't think this is going to lead to much, but we need 1, 2, 5, 8. So, oh, we can place an 8 actually. Yeah, because this 8 right here means 8 can't go here in this row. This 8 right here points to this cell. So the only place for 8 in this row is right here. Okay, so that's going to give us a 2, 4 pair right here. So the 2, and it'll let us place a 2 down here. This 2 is going to point down to this box. This 2 looks across. So that's a 2, and now this is a 7. So now we're left with a pair in this column. So that's going to be, oh no, we already have 3. We need a 4 and an 8. Okay, so let's look at these digits here, because all we have in this column here is a 7. We already have a 7 in this box. We still need a 6, so now a 6 is forced into one of these 3 cells. We have a 3 already over here. We can pencil 3s over here in this box. 8 is in the 4, 8 pair. 9, we do need a 9, so the 9's going to go in one of these two cells. We already had that marked. And then a 5 is also going to go in one of these two cells. So that means neither of these cells can be 6. So just double check that. We have a 5, 9 pointing down. They can't go here. 5, 9 points up. 5 and 9 point to this cell. So this is a 5, 9 pair. So that means 6 goes here. And now this is a pair, and we can place this digit. So right here we need a 1 and a 2. And then the last digit for this column is going to be a 4. It's going to let us pencil 4s right there. This is a triple. It looks like 1, 3, and 8. That's just 1, 3. This is 1, 3, 8. This is also 1, 3, or 8. Okay, so we're done with this middle stack. We just need to find some other digits to eliminate candidates from what we have marked. So let's look at this row. It's down to 3. We need a 1, 4, and 8. Might as well mark it. That's 1, 4, that's 1, 8, and this is 1, 4, or 8. I also want to look at this row, and then I'll maybe scan just normally. Actually, we can place a 2. I can see that. This 2 and this 2, look over here. So that's a 2. And that's going to put 2 in one of these 2 cells up in this box. And what do we need? We still need a 1 in this row. So now we need a 1, 2, 5. Actually, this can be a 1 also. Well, it looks like every cell in this row can still be 1, 2, 5. Okay, so let's go back down here. This row is down to 3. We need a 1, 3, and 7. 7 will be limited to these 2 cells. This is just going to be 1, 7. It can't be a 3. And this is a 1, 3, or 7. 7 here is going to be in one of these 2 cells because this 7 points down, this 7 points across. Okay, what else here? 8, 9, and 3. Okay, I'm at a little bit of a standstill. Let's take a look at the top row. We need a 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. And this cell right here in the top left corner, 2, 3, 4, 5, all see this cell. So this has to be a 7. Very nice. So now that points down here and makes this a 7. And now this is a 4. And now this is a 1. That's not a 1 anymore. Neither of these are 1s. So this is a 4, 8 pair. This is a 4. This is 8. This is now an 8. This is now a 4. This is 4 and 2. So 2 is limited over in this box to these 2 cells, and now it has to go here. So now we have a 1, 5 pair right here. Let's go over here though and take that 2 out of there. So we'll come back over here. We still need, for this box, let's look at these cells. We need a 3, 7, and 2. 2, 3, and 7. So 2 and 3 see this cell right here. So this is a 7. This is a 2, 3. This has to be the 2. This is 3. When we come down here, we can see the 3's pointing to this box. That makes this a 3. That's not 3 anymore. And that's not 3 anymore. So that's a 1, 7 pair. So down here we have another pair in these 2 cells. That's going to be 5 and 6. And so that pair is going to point up here and resolve this 1, 5. So this can't be a 5 anymore. It's a 1 here and a 5 here. So the 1 is going to point down here and make that 7 and that 1. And now this is a 3. That gives us a 1, 8 pair here. All right, so remember the middle stack is pretty much all marked with pairs at this point. This 7 points up here. That can't be 7. Let's look at these 2. This is a pair. So actually we can just look at the 7 that points here. So that means this has to be a 7. We'll finish the column with a 5, it looks like. And that's going to resolve this 5, 9. It's going to let us place a 9 over here. We'll come back over here. We can actually finish this column because we have a pair here with the 5, 6, so we still need a 2, and that's going to go right here. That's going to resolve this 2, 1. It's going to place a 1 right here, and we still need a 6 to finish that box. Okay, so now let's come over here. Actually, this 8 that we placed resolves this. This is not an 8, that's a 1, and the 8 goes here. 1's going to be in one of these two cells. We have a 5, 6 left in this row. 5 points to the cell, so that's a 6. That's 5, and that's 6. This is a triple. It is a 1, 3, 5. So that's 1, 3, that's 3, 5, and that is 1, 5. Let's finish this row. We do need a 5. We can see that actually I must have placed a digit that removed another 5. So anyway, this is a 5. That resolves this cell. It makes it a 1. This is now a 3, and this is 5. 3s are pointing in right here and right here to this box, so that's a 3. You can finish this column with a 6. This is going to be a 1. This is going to be an 8. This is going to be an 8, right? It's going to resolve this 8, 4. And we're left with 4 and 6. And there we go. All right, nice puzzle today. Went pretty smoothly, I thought. I don't know. I mean, I didn't really think there was anything particularly out of the ordinary for this puzzle. You know, we started off with the 4 that was looking right in here, and it just went from there. I mean, I don't think there was there were a couple hidden pairs. I can't remember exactly where they were. I think one was, yes, this 5, 9 pair. So that was one, but there were a couple others. There's always some hidden pairs in there, and you know, it was a very nice puzzle. Let me know how you did in the comments, and I'll see you next time.